And we are live, I think. Let's get this off here. Hello, everybody. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. We are here live once again. It's been a little bit, but I've been a little busy. And if you are watching this on the replay, let me first say you probably want to skip ahead about 5 or 10 minutes, as this beginning part is going to be dedicated to the people that were here live. And you can skip right into the good stuff, where we're going to be going over a flight with the Skydio 2 drone, showing it pretty much uncut, start to finish, and how I use it, and talk about what I do to take clips out of that and use it for other video purposes. So let me jump into the chat here real quick. Hopefully everything's working all right. Okay. And we're gonna just first say hi to a few people, and hopefully the audio is okay. I know the screen's shaking a little bit because I'm using the inboard camera on the computer still, and well, it shakes every time I touch the table. There is a product that I've been waiting to buy, and it's been sold out for weeks, ever since the Rona came around. They're saying it's going to be back in stock towards the end of the month, and if so, I'm going to pick that up. It's the Blackmagic Mini, where I can actually then hook up my DSLR camera, this guy, and use this as a webcam. So hopefully, instead of using this, I probably still use a different mic. I probably will not use this mic. I will probably still use some kind of headphones and a different mic that I'm looking at, so we can get this audio game up a little bit too. So that's the plan for later in the month. So hopefully come June, everything, the scale of this will just be presented as a higher quality, if that makes sense. All right, let's check out who's here. Coast to Coast Drones is in with us. Yep. Oh, better audio for StreamYard. Well, I mean, I don't know if that's his fault, because, you know, it's this little mic here. It's probably louder if I do this and not as loud over here. But any ladies watching, I have no idea if there are, but you know, it's not just gentlemen that like to play with drones and other toys. So hopefully there's, you know, a group of everybody. Nick's in the room, Drone Shots in the room. Agent K is here with us. And I have to say this, first of all, Metro Drones threw me a super chat, a $10 super chat, before I even went live, dude. How amazing is that? That to me, that just blows my mind, and I appreciate that so much. So thank you. I just wanted to make sure I went back and did say something live on this. So, all right, let's see. How has everybody been? Is everybody still stuck at home, or are people starting to be able to get out a little bit here and there? Let me know in that chat, and we'll talk just a little bit before I actually get into this Skydio stuff. So I'm opening some files in the background here. All right. Audio's fine. That's great. John is with us. Where did that? I just say right there. John's with us tonight. That's awesome. Hello to you as well. Greece is free. That's nice to see. Excellent. Like completely, like not even having to wear a mask anymore, because they're still requiring masks pretty much everywhere here. Let's see. So on to what I'm going to do tonight. And if you guys bear with me just a little bit, I went out the other day and I filmed a video. And this is the thumbnail that I'm using for that video. I just finished making the thumbnail. The video's filmed. There's a second video I'm filming and trying to make to go with this video. because, because why is that still showing that? Hold on, guys. I got a little, there we go. Okay. So hopefully the second video works. Basically, I made that skateboard review video. It's something I put off for 2 years. I've been wanting to do forever. I've been wanting to buy more of those. They're so much fun if you don't have one. They have all different modes from beginner to expert in these things. And I took the Skydio drone and I took my GoPro Max and I went out filming on this beautiful mountain path. And that's the video I'm going to be showing. And I'm going to be talking about how I use the beacon in different ways to be able to get the shots that I need for that video. So in a couple days, probably by Wednesday, that video should be live. If not by tomorrow, we'll see. Most likely Wednesday sometime. And from today, if you watch today, I would recommend watching that video, because then you'll be able to actually see what clips I chose out of this clip that I'm going to show you and how I used it to help better or accent that actual video review of the skateboard. Hopefully that makes sense. Idaho Quadcopter, hello, how are you doing? Mr. Sabiv? All right. Hey, Sunrise is with us right now. Lockdown is gradually loosening restrictions. Yep. We got a question here. Let's see. Bought my Mavic 2 Zoom recently, and I have no idea of things to film with it. Well, that depends where you live, I guess. You know, fill us all in the chat room where you live, what's around you, and I'm sure myself and everybody in the chat will gladly give you some tips and pointers on some things to film with the Zoom. The Zoom is still my favorite drone that I use the most. The Mavic Air 1 is probably my favorite constructed build of any drone. I did order the Mavic Air 2, and it is scheduled to be at my house Tuesday. And I've already written down about 30 different ideas for videos that I'm going to try to narrow down to, out of that 30 to maybe 5 videos, unless people ask for more, then maybe up to 10. But so that is the plan with the Mavic Air 2. I actually have just rescheduled my appointments that I had on that day, because he's coming from a different state and they're still on lockdown. And so he wanted to reschedule. So it sort of worked out perfectly, because that's the day the drone is supposed to get in. And believe it or not, it rained today here where I am. And tomorrow morning, I'm going up to the peaks with the Skydio 2 and the beacon. And I'm going to finally put together the last bits of the snowboard video that I needed to make to show everyone how the Skydio 2 handles working as following a snowboard. Idaho Quadcopter says water and trees, mountains are a great place to start. And if this is your first drone, Mr. Sabiv, even a big open field's okay. There's nothing wrong with flying in an open field and getting up there, learning your controls, and you can then also practice flying low to the ground. Something a lot of people don't do is low flying flights actually make for a much more what's the word I'm looking for to explain this? Dynamic, I guess, kind of flight compared to just flying up high in the sky. I've got other videos where I show this all the time, Mr. Steve. So if you haven't seen those, check them out. I actually just recently did a video with the Mavic Air Original, and we were talking about the Mavic Air 2 in that video. It's just sort of a sit down, relax kind of video. And in that video, I show you how I fly high and fly low, and you can see a huge difference in the two. All right, let's see what you say. You're in Israel and have fields near my home. In Israel, there's a lot of desert places, but not really a lot of mountains or lakes, but I can fly only up to 50 meters, 164 feet. Film what you got, what's around you. You know, if you've got desert, a lot of us don't have desert. So it's sort of cool for us to see things that we don't see on a daily basis. So don't think what you're around isn't going to capture people's attention, because honestly, it will, because I'm living in the mountains and I see this stuff all the time. And yes, they still amaze me every day. But at the same time, someone posts the ocean and I'm glued to it. Someone posts a large city, I'm watching it because it's pretty cool. Flying low over water is sketchy, but looks great. You know, I gotta say, I don't think it's that sketchy. If you're like 2 feet, 3 feet, 5 feet above the water, not an ocean, but a lake, let's say 5 feet just to be safe, and you're just punching it, you don't have to worry about elevation change. It's flat. Water is flat. You can just go straight, and you have to make sure that you're not dropping in elevation. So it's real important to keep it in line of sight, in my opinion, when you're doing over water like that at low elevation. But it's a cool look for sure when you're like 5 feet or even less over water. And I'll bet you that same thing would work for you, Mr. Sviv, over sand. So let's before we get too off on topics, because some of these people are going to watch this on a replay, I want to go ahead and pull up this video and we're going to talk about it. There's no audio in the video because, as you know, most drones don't record audio, and that's okay. But here we are. As I said, I went out the other day and made this skateboard video, which I'll show you the thumbnail again. But so right here, this skateboard, I think I got it for about $300 or $350, something like that. And they wanted me to make a video. They gave me a slight discount. So I think it was $250, and then I had to pay shipping. So it was about $350. And these things are a blast. You don't have to like go crazy on them. There's a slow mode that the thing goes like 5-10 miles per hour, and you can just cruise around as a little transportation. It's pretty cool. Anyways, so as I was saying, I went out the other day and did some filming with the Skydio and using just the beacon. No connection to my phone, nothing else, just straight up the beacon. Wanted to trust it and see if it could follow me from the top of this mountainside all the way back down to my street. Mr. Sviv, I'm going to get to you in just a minute on that, okay? Maybe someone in the comments might be able to help you with that. The Mavic 2, a lot of people like ND filters. I have some. I almost never use them. I've never bought any other accessories for my Mavic 2. I just use my zoom. It works the way it is. Batteries, I got the Fly More kit. Charger, good. It's good for me. Okay, so back to the Skydio 2. Had just the beacon, and if you're not familiar with the beacon, it's just a little thing that you hold in your hand sort of like this, and you can click buttons on it, or you can click it and point at the drone and move it all around, and you fly the drone completely with that. I think most of the guys in the chat are already familiar with that. So this video here is me just launching it, and I launched it out of my hand, and then it turns around and locks onto you. And you get a better lock on if you actually hand launch it pointed away from you. If you hand launch it pointed towards you, believe it or not, sometimes it locks onto something next to you and will follow you, but it's not actually pointed at you. So I've done some research and done some testing, and it definitely works better if you launch it pointed away from you. And then I just started skating. Kept it behind me at first, using the two little pointers on the, well, actually, you guys probably aren't even seeing this video, are you? Oh, yeah, you are. Okay, good. So using the pointers on the, there's two little arrows on the beacon, and you can click those if you want to be able to make the drone move behind you, side you, angled, front, back, left, right, everything. You've got all that. Then you have a plus and minus on the beacon, and you can make it go further away and closer by hitting that plus and minus. So when I'm filming something like this, instead of moving the drone around a lot, I'll choose a spot and try to let it sit there for a good 10 seconds, 15 seconds. And the cool thing with that is that then I can use that clip. I can take a small section of that clip. Like, see right there where it moves like that? That is what I don't want to use. Although I love this shot here, and I did actually use that shot right there in the video that I made. This shot right here, nope, didn't use it. The drone's moving around all funky and stuff. That's fine. And you see a lot of people post complete videos like this of the Skydio 2, and they leave it unedited because that thing zips from one position to another. Pay attention to whenever it does move. Notice sometimes you don't see me point the clicker, the beacon at the drone, and other times you do. Whenever I'm not, I'm just clicking on the arrows and letting it go. You think, Nick, you think the Mavic Air 2's tracking is better? Well, we're going to find out. See right there, I'm pointing up at the drone to get it to go up high. That's the coolest part, is you can take the beacon, hold the button down, point it at the drone, and wherever you move your hand, the drone just sort of follows, whether that be up, to the side, down low. That's the coolest part about the beacon is it's really easy to get the height and altitude at different levels, which comes in really handy. Like if you're on a trail like this and all of a sudden there's a bicyclist, you just point it at it, whoosh, straight up in there. Nick, we're going to do some tests with the Mavic Air 2 against the tracking on this one, on the Skydio, as well as the Mavic Air 1, as well as the Zoom. And we're going to see if it's actually better, the same, or worse. So make sure you stay tuned, because from what I've seen, the Mavic Air 2 still can't do a shot like what I'm going to show you here shortly. I appreciate that, quadcopter. That's my logo. It's the shirt design that I sell. If you go in my description of most of my videos, you'll see a link to Teespring, and you can actually buy that logo on a sweatshirt, a t-shirt, leggings, whatever. It's in all over the place. Let's see, Metro. So as you're watching this, I'll answer some of your things. Yeah, it was a little chilly the day before. It was really hot, and actually during the day it was pretty warm. But that particular time of day, the clouds were coming in, so it's a little chilly. But you see, I'm pointing at the drone now. I'm trying to get it to do what I want. I wanted it up in the air because I'm crossing a road. I want it higher than the cars. Don't want to take a chance at any cars coming. So there we go. Now, if you thought that other view was cool, Agent K, wait in just a second. You're about to see a view that is amazing. Coast to Coast Drones asking, where are all my mods? I don't understand your question. My mods for the skateboard or for something else? All right. So here, let's see. I am bringing it low. Got past the car. And the cool thing is, let me rewind this. I want to show you guys something. I talk about this a lot. So, you know, if you're going like, where are we at? Yeah, right here. So if you're following like this, I mean, it's cool. Like it's pointed down, whatever. A lot of people follow like this when they're using the Skydio. And I think it's a huge mistake. It's great to get a clip or two like this, but I don't know about you, but at least 80% of the Skydio videos I'm seeing are like this. They're just up in the air. So you notice I'm stopping, and here I am pointing to get it low. And look at that view. Look at that. Does that not make a world of difference? Being able to be more at your horizon line and see those peaks off in the background? I'm telling you, just above pointed down, it's just sort of a waste. You know, it's just sort of a waste to me to just only film that way. And now here I'm pushing. That's because I'm actually getting a B-roll shot right here, right now. That's a B-roll shot for the video that I'm making. It's going to be chopped up, and you're going to see just pieces of this video here. And look at this view here. I mean, that's just incredible. That is just such a cool shot. And if that was up higher, you couldn't get that shot. Now, this is something to think about right here. The drone is in front of me and holding that shot, no problem. Now, can the Mavic Zoom do that? Can the Mavic Air 1 do that? Or can the Mavic Air 2 do that? I honestly don't know if the Mavic Air 2 is. From what I can see, it still can't follow in front of you. It can follow sort of behind you, to the side and behind you, but I mean, when that was straight in front of me, that's where the Skydio shines. It can go, it gets such amazing shots. I mean, look at this. If this was so straight up, you'd miss out all that lake and those mountains back there. There's still some snow on the ground. It's pretty cool, huh? All right. Jeff agrees. It looks better when looking down. Low is way better. I agree. I think it's cool, Jeff, to actually have some shots higher. And here, this front shot is so important to me. When you're taking clips and shots, like if I'm making this video about the skateboard and all I show is my ass end, that's not nearly as immersive as seeing someone's face and what they're doing and the expression on their face as they're doing whatever that subject is. Now I'm hitting the plus button to make the drone go further away from me there. And that's about as far as it seems to want to go when you're using just the beacon. Let's see. Up. Yep. You notice how I pointed at it and it went up? Let's rewind that. I'll show you guys that. So here's the deal. When someone's coming, let's rewind it. You got it low. Notice I'm pointing at the drone and I made it go up a little higher. And there's a jogger, right? And that is why I did that. That is one of the coolest things about being able to use that beacon to point at something and quickly move it high up in the sky. I think it's faster than using the app on the phone. It's definitely saved me from having to stop doing what I'm doing and try to control the drone away from whatever I'm doing. Just point it at it straight up in the air. The thing goes up and it can't hit anything. I definitely think it's going to have an advantage, especially for those front-facing shots on the Mavic Air 2, as well as the zoom. Yeah, it's a pretty cool shot, Miss V, with the mountain behind you. I didn't realize that was the shot I was getting. And let me just rewind it because that is such a shot, man. Oh, I love this little clip. I'll fast forward it when this right here. I absolutely love this shot. And I am probably going to go right back to that path now that I know what that shot looks like and film something completely different there. Just like, because the board's almost out of power, so it's going pretty slow. It's crazy is following it with the drone like this, it appears to be so much slower than if we were just filming with like a GoPro or something. You'll see in the actual finished video, there's a huge difference. When I'm filming low with the GoPro, it looks like I'm just hauling butt. But when you see the drone like this, it's not. Now, my max speed was about 23 miles per hour going downhill, and I wouldn't be surprised if I'm going about that right there. It's crazy how much slower it appears. But, yeah, it's much faster than it looks. Hey, look at that. Steve Carpenter's in the room with us. Hello, Steve. It's like the longest selfie stick. Yes, it is. That's a great way to describe the Skydio 2. Again, if you've missed my video on the Skydio 2 where I'm showing how to use it with the remote controller and how amazing it actually is flying with the remote, make sure you go into my video feed and scroll down probably 10 or so videos and check that out because, oh man, that is amazing. Let's see what else we got. Nick's, they both use both sensors in the main camera, but in another angle it's not so good, but that's because the Mavic 3 will have 360 APAS. I have seen that rumor already. Now, I don't quite know if that's going to be as good as the Skydio's, but it's going to be better than the Mavic 2 or Mavic Air 2, and it might be just good enough that I have to buy yet another freaking product. Now, at some point, I'm going to have to stop pack ratting these things and let them go and sell them. But for now, I'm sitting on a bunch of them. Steve says, where's all the snow? You just missed it. I just went by a little patch of snow. It's all melted off super early this year, Steve. Although I'm probably going snowboarding in the morning. There's a rainstorm today, and we think up at some of the peaks, there was probably some snow. And as long as the conditions are perfectly right, I will be bringing the Skydio out tomorrow morning and filming some snow videos. Okay, let's see. Hey everyone, I got a question. Let's say I want to take my Mavic 2 Zoom for a ski vacation. Is there anything I need to know before I start to fly or any good bags that will protect the drone from? So what I do with my Mavic is I actually bring it on as a carry-on, like a little side bag. A lot of people discharge their batteries. I personally don't because everything's right there. My phone battery isn't discharged either when I fly. So I think of the Mavic as a similar way to that. And I usually fly shortly after I land wherever I'm going. Now, if you're not planning on flying right out of the airport, then yeah, you can discharge your batteries. But that Mavic Zoom bag works perfect for travel. So I wouldn't even worry about it, man. Just go and have fun. All right, so that board has street wheels on it, as you can see. And it's a little rough in a few spots, but I'll show you another clip after this. Believe it or not, that thing can actually handle some off-road stuff. I'm hoping to spend a little money here in the next few weeks, depending on if the shop gets back to normal or not, and get a second board, one that's hopefully a little bit higher quality than this one. This one's not bad. And you'll see in the video that I'm making about this board, hopefully you guys watch it, because it's going to be really cool to see how I took these clips, edited them together with some other stuff, and put it all together to actually make a real video. But I screwed up and I cheaped out on the battery, and so it can only go so far. I can go about 7 miles on that thing, and then it's out of juice, and I got to plug it in and charge it, which is just enough to get me to work, or just enough to get up to the top of that mountain and back. So we're pointing at, you notice anytime I put my arm up, we're actually pointing at the drone. All right, here's a question. Hey, when are you going to strap your 360 camera on that thing and get me some Oculus footage for the Skydio? So Andrew, to answer your question, I'm not going to do that, because anything close to the Skydio messes with those sensors and it flies all wacky. Oh, there's a dog. I didn't even notice a dog was chasing me. If you missed my drones carrying a beer video, the Rona beer, I did a video about which drone could carry it, and I tried to do it with the Skydio 2, and it had a string, and the string or rope that was hanging down made the Skydio like think something was in the way, and it just went all crazy. So I'd imagine putting a drone on top, or a camera on top of it, like a 360 camera, would just mess it all up. Now, I do have a clip that goes on the top of my Mavic 2 Zoom. This shot right here. Okay, we'll talk about that in a minute. This shot is amazing. There's no way I could get this shot with like my 360 camera or anything. This is so damn cool. Oh, Agent K, thank you so much. I appreciate that, man. Hey, everything helps. I tell you what. But look at this. Look at this shot right. I'm going to rewind this probably 2 or 3 times, because you get so many different levels, right? And because the ground dropped, I was able to actually point at the drone and make it go lower than the ground for a little bit there. And it misses that sign. And you get so many different levels from the drone to the background there, to the background further up to where the wires are. And it's just so much motion. And the drone is just holding solid. And then you come around this curve, and it just, I mean, it's such a cool shot. It's such a cool shot. Oh, let me rewind it. I got it. That is the coolest shot to me, but not because of the skateboarding. I mean, the skateboarding is a subject matter, but as we come, I mean, look at that. I'm underneath myself. And that gives me the idea that I want to go out and actually find other areas and other paths that have drop-offs like this, and try this again. Look at this. Okay, so here I am, and the drone is about level with me. I think I had it lower at the beginning. And then it comes around. Now it's lower. That is so cool. It's probably like well, for a second there, as low as my waist or my knees. It misses that side, and I'm not even stressed, man. Like, as that's going through, I'm not stressed that it's hitting anything. There's plenty of sun out. I've never tried to fly it like it dark. I know it won't even take off when it's really dark. And this is probably about 3.5 miles that I've gone from the start of this video to the bottom. And this is one battery going the whole way, and it actually went almost all the way. Well, actually, it did go all the way to my house. I'll probably stop the video before I get to my house. Let's see. We got a question here. Am I streaming every day? No, just sometimes. It's sort of random right now. It's usually going to be like on a Monday or a Tuesday that I stream, and it might be every week or every other week. But I'm trying to do it on Monday nights. I'm just trying really hard not to do it at the same time that a lot of other people are doing live streams, which is really hard because everybody does live streams. But it is what it is. It'd probably be Monday or Tuesdays, and it'd be either every week or every other week. More than likely every other week. Steve, thank you very much. Smashing the like button. It's really hard to actually, what I had thought of doing was taking this clip, playing the whole thing, and then talking about it as I played it and make a regular video. But then I thought, well, what would be sort of cool is to talk about it and then have people in the chat talking about it too. And Andrew, how does I assume you mean because it's not blowing off from the wind going about 20 miles per hour? I guess it's just tight. That's hilarious. I live in the mountains of Colorado, about an hour away from Denver. There is a little controller in my hand. If you notice in my hand right there, I've got the beacon, and in my right hand is a little controller about the same size as the beacon. There, I'm pointing it. You notice that? I pointed it and then moved my hand, and the drone just follows and goes to where I wanted it, back to the front. And that is one of the coolest things about the Skydio, as I've said before, is that it can follow you from the front. Oh, what is that? What? Somebody's... Oh, Agent K is explaining how to leave money in the super chats. That's pretty damn awesome. Yeah, Sunrise, there are so many live streams, and there I couldn't stay on the rocks. But yeah, there are so many live streams that it is definitely hard to keep up with them. And this again, I thought this would be a cool way to like go through this video footage. Like we're all watching it at the same time and we're talking about it. I could have made a more polished video where I showed this and cut it up a little, or showed it straight and just sort of put some music behind it and let everybody see that. And I might still take this clip and let everybody see that, or do something with it, instead of just chopping it up for that other video. And here, there's cars. It's a road. So I'm going to put it up in the air again. So it's higher than the cars, just in case. Hey, Drone Effects. Hello. Nice to meet you, man. Nice to see you in the chat there. I'd love to take your money, Andrew. That would be great, man. Everything definitely helps with the channel, as well as everything I make on YouTube. I turn around and I actually put it towards buying more toys and cameras and things to use to make more YouTube stuff. And you hadn't seen me post a lot this last week because I am open for business again. Oh, this is funny. Watch this. Oh, let's see that again. I'll explain what happened. I got a big old gash on my knee from that. I posted it in my pictures the other day on YouTube. Yes, I'm calling drones toys. Definitely. They're tools, but they're toys. So what happened here is when I was crossing the road, somehow I had clicked the reverse button on the controller. So I start pushing to go. And then when I hit throttle, it goes in reverse. Oh, crap, man. And yeah, that's in the video too. I had to put that in the video. So like those who are watching and didn't realize, this is a clip that I'm using for taking bits and pieces out for a skateboard review video that I just finished editing. I got to upload it still and get it all together. Well, I showed you the thumbnail already. But yeah, I'm pretty stoked with this video. I know a lot of you don't care about skateboards and things like that, but watch this video, because what happens is I use clips from this and clips from other things, and you can now take your own mind and go, okay, I watched this. Let's watch the skateboard video and see if I can figure out why and how he took which clips to put with the skateboard video. That's the point of this. So let's see. Yeah, I fell. Steve, I am open for business. I am legally open since May 4th. Now, I haven't had a ton of business, but they are allowing it, and they're allowing it with a one-on-one appointment with wearing a mask and that kind of stuff, 6 feet apart. But it's just me in the shop, so it's not like there's a bunch of us. I actually have some friends that I'm letting come in to guest spot. They're coming in from Northern California, I think, where it's not legal yet for them to tattoo. So they're going to come work on some old clients, and I'm going to just be off, and they're going to sit here and work in the shop for a few days. And that's it. Let me see. Let's go back to here. So that was the whole flight, start to finish, and the thing made it. I mean, how long was that video? Let me take a look. That is a 17-minute long video, and my battery was at like 10%. So I don't know about you other Skydio owners, but it was a full charge, and it flew for 17 minutes, and my battery was down to 10%. I thought the Skydio was supposed to get a little bit of a longer battery than that. Luckily, most of the action stuff where I want to follow myself or somebody is going to be shorter than that 10%. So that's not that big of a deal. But yeah, what kind of battery length are you guys getting? All right, let's see. Andrew, you're trying to do a super chat really hard, man. I appreciate that. If you want to do Venmo, my Venmo is just Sean Oz, SeanOzz. And if you do Venmo, YouTube doesn't take a dime of it. If you do a super chat, YouTube takes 30% of that. So I appreciate every super chat. I think it's amazing. But in my channel, on my main page, you know how you have the channel art? In the bottom right corner of the channel art, it should have a donation link, and that actually brings you to my Venmo. And if you want to donate so that I can buy more stuff for the channel, please do. I mean, this stuff's not cheap. I just spent a lot of money on the Mavic Air 2, and I've got like a list of like a ton of things. I don't even see it. Ton of things, ideas that I'm going to be making videos about of the Mavic Air 2. And the Skydio will be in some of those. One of them is the Skydio and the Mavic Air 2 with following APAS. You know, can we actually outperform the Skydio 2 with the Mavic Air 2 depending on the situations? In some ways, I think it could fly better following than the Skydio. In other ways, I think the Skydio will dominate it. So they're just totally different types of drones. All right, let's see. Let's talk in the chat a little bit. I don't have any guests tonight. I'm going to be having Henrik from Tech Drone Media on. We're going to do a live show. I don't know if it's going to be this week or early next week, but we might do one more live show this week. If not, it will be next week. We've just been trying to work out when, because our time zone differences are so huge. I think it's like 8 or 9 hour time difference, that we're trying to do it at a time that people might actually jump in and watch, but he's not like having to stay up till 3 in the morning to do it. And he's had a Mavic Air 2 already, so we're going to be answering your questions about the Mavic Air 2 and talking about his experiences with it. So if you're interested in that, make sure you pay attention because it's going to come, like I said, either later this week or early next week. Let me answer some of these questions. Steve says, happy to hear that. It's a start, Steve. There are definitely people contacting me about getting tattoos, and it's almost exactly what I thought when this whole thing started. I'm in a tattoo group, you know, on Facebook, and all the people that have been tattooing less than 10 years are freaking out, thinking it's the end of the industry. Oh, tattooing's over. We're never going to get to tattoo again. People are never going to spend money on them. But I've been doing it 26 years, and over that 26 years, tattooing's been somewhat of a recession-proof business, just like a bar. And the big change is I go from tattooing these giant pieces to tons of little tiny pieces, because people will spend a little bit and it makes them feel better. They might not spend thousands on these big pieces over time. They'll still pop out these $200 pieces, and that's awesome. Hey, right back at you. Let's see. You're the reason I bought my Mavic 2. I saw it on one of your videos and fell in love with your reviews. They're so specific and helpful. Okay, I got to say, when I get comments like this, I absolutely love it, because as I've shown you on my last video about how much we get paid to do YouTube, we don't get paid crap. You got to be a huge YouTuber to make any money doing YouTube, or you got to have business sense and really be able to push like your merch, like the little skull right there. It is. Ding, ding, ding. Like you can buy that kind of stuff on merch. I used to have them on stickers, but I didn't have a lot of people interested. I've been thinking of making stickers again. Would anybody want stickers of that little drone skull? Can you even tell that it's a drone? Can you tell that little dude's a drone? I mean, I can, but he's got like the atomic outer space, like the drones flying in outer space. That's what it's supposed to be. Let me know. I'll come up with something new if that doesn't work for everybody. How do I feel about the DJI Mavic Air 2? That is an interesting question, because I am still on the fence if I made a mistake buying it. I know it's better than the Mavic Air 1. That I know. And I know the Mavic Air 1 has features that the Mavic Air 2 does not. So that is one of my videos I'll be doing. So make sure you stay tuned to that. I'm not gonna ruin the video by telling you what those features are, but there's 5 things that the Mavic Air 2 does not have that the Mavic Air 1 does. Crazy. All right, Steve says, did you receive an update on your Mavic Air 2? Yes, Steve. They sent me an email update, and it's supposed to be at my house by noon on Wednesday, which is cool because my appointment for Wednesday, he was coming in from another state, can't make it because of the Rona stuff. So I now have Wednesday off to pretty much go film as much as I want to film, and I think it's supposed to be a sunny day. Let me check the weather, because if that's the case, I got to film 2 or 3 videos, and then I will edit them. They'll probably be edited out of order, but I have to film certain ones. I have what I'm going to do is an unboxing video, Steve, but it's not going to be a regular unboxing video. It's going to be a quick unboxing, just talking about what's in it. But I want to do a video the best that I can. I have no idea if I can because I've never tried this. And I'm talking about a video that is a straight beginner video, as beginner as it gets. Like, oh, this is your first drone. You've never flown a drone before. Let's go over this. I'm going to make a video for you. I'm going to help you out the best that I can. That's my first video that I'm planning to do with the Mavic Air 2. And it might not be the first one I post. It's the first one I'm going to film. And then we're going to be working in videos like, Mavic Air 1 versus Mavic Air 2. I don't even know if a distance test of the 2 of them is worth it, but, maybe. Let's see. You already have your 2. That's amazing. Did you get it from Best Buy? I heard Best Buy sent them out 2 days early. And Dan asked if that was a boosted board. That is actually a generic type boosted board. It has hub wheels, and I'm making a video about it, and here is the thumbnail. So that is the video that you just watched the clips from, and those drone clips are going to be chopped up into that video. The GoPro Max has some clips. The whole video is made with that. I'm using a small lavalier mic in my shirt, so the audio is pretty good because it was super windy that day, but the wind doesn't pick up because it's up underneath my shirt. Hey, Jake Sloan's in the room. What's up, Jake? I didn't see you come in. You still around? If you're still in here, let me know. Really cool to see you. Let's see what else we got. And we got people coming in late. That's pretty awesome. Maybe I should show a couple of the clips from that video again. If anybody wants to see it, you just let me know. We'll go back and I'll pull it back up. I am trying to see what the weather is going to be like when. Yes, look at that. Can you guys see this? Let me see. Oh, it's all, there we go. Wednesday, 57 degrees, which is going to, up here, that feels like it's about 80 degrees out when it's sunny. Super hot. 57 degrees is hot. I mean, it's bizarre. No one ever understands it when I say it, but it's true. But that's good weather. As long as it's not too windy, I'll be out there filming all kinds of videos with Mavic Air 2. You like a sticker? I think I will make more stickers of that. Do you guys like the color version or the black and gray version? And what we're talking about right now is that little skull guy right there. Do you like the color version or the black and gray version? I think the color version is somewhere on some of my other videos. All right, let's see. Whew. All right, yeah, I figured, Drone Effects, that you got that from Best Buy, because that's what I've been hearing, is that it was Best Buy that sent them early. Brad says, hello, Brad, hello. Would I do a stream of answering viewers' questions? Yeah, I'm doing it right now, Mr. C. So ask away, because I've already shown the video. Unless somebody new is here and they want me to go through and post some of that video again, I'm always happy. I can always, actually, can I do it like this? Yeah, look at that. I'll just let it play in the background because it is pretty, and it's prettier than looking at me. I'm not very anything to look at, so we'll just let that play in the background while we talk and answer questions. Steve says, good idea for beginner video. I've done a few beginner videos before, but nothing to the point of what I want to do this time. I want to do a nice beginner video of the basics to get them in the air, and a nice beginner video of the app, which is going to be a cool learning experience for me too, because it uses the new app versus the Go 4. So I have to figure that out to be able to share that with someone. And from what I've looked at, I've already downloaded the app and played with it, and it looks really simplified. It looks so much easier than the Go 4 app. You got out to 4,200. Oh, with the new Mavic Air 2. I was about to say, you got your Skydio to 4,200 feet? That's pretty good. Yes, I mean, the Air 2 should have no problem going 4,200 feet, at all. like it should be able to double that without any problem. And Steve, as always, man, smashing the like button. That is pretty dope. Joe, don't worry about being late. All I did was show this video and talk about how the Skydio filmed and went through stuff. You're going to see like a cool shot of it going through some trees here in a second. Brad, these are the clips up here on the right. If you guys want to see it bigger, I can switch it to, where's the other view? This view? So let me know if you like the small view like that or this view, and I'll switch it to either one. Doesn't matter to me. Or I'll just keep doing this, and we'll see if anyone gets sick. Whoa, too much acid. Anyways, yeah, so choose a view. Flying the Mavic Air over the Columbia River. That's cool. Flying over water is awesome. A lot of people are scared to lose it in the water, but honestly, if I ever crash my drone, I would way much rather just let it crash into the water and not hit somebody than flying over something, over a road or somewhere else, you know. Insane fail on a skateboard. Why? Because I fall at the end. I did use the falling clip in the video, believe it or not. Sunrise Water Media, but you're going to have to watch a video. I'd like to put it up tomorrow, but I'm trying to edit the second video to go up right after it, you know, like within the same day or the next day. So I've got some editing to do tonight and tomorrow. And if I can get that done, then it'll be up on Wednesday, if not tomorrow. Excuse me. You've never seen the color version. I will pull it up for you and show you guys what the color version looks like shortly. Brad, thank you for the thumbs up. And everybody else that hit thumbs up, thank you very much. Zach says, I ordered my DJI Mavic Air 2 from DJI directly a week ago. Does that mean I will also get mine on Wednesday? Is that when DJI drones get ordered? I live in the U.S. Zach, it sounds like most people are getting shipment orders last night, I think it was, or the day before, on the 11th, whenever that was. And most people are getting them between Wednesday and Thursday. So depending on where you live, I mean, you can check your tracking number. They definitely send you one. And you'll be able to see when yours is coming in. Mine is supposed to be showing up Wednesday. Steve Carpenter, who's in the chat, I think his is coming in Thursday. If yours still says pending, then I don't know when yours is supposed to show up. Jake is in the chat. He says his is showing up Wednesday, so that's pretty cool. Chris Hope is in the chat. What's up, dude? Everybody's starting to pop up. That's pretty awesome. Let's see. Any other questions in the chat? I think I'm going to go to sleep. 4 a.m. for me. I really like being in your stream today. It was really helpful. And don't forget to smash that. Thank you very much. And yes, I'm actually going to be trying, maybe not on every video, but I'm going to be trying to take questions from videos and put them into next videos. So let's say I do a Mavic Air 2 video. It comes out and someone asks a question in it. It's a good question that I can relate to and put into another video. Then I think at the end of the video, I will start taking like 5 questions from other videos and trying to answer them directly to those subscribers in those videos. I'm trying so hard to figure out a way that we can all connect. Excuse me. Wow. Trying so hard to figure out a way that we can all connect a little bit more, because I think that's the coolest part about YouTube is all the connections we all get. Brad, I did answer this earlier. Let me answer it again. Show your question. Are we back working? The studio is open. I'm not open like with a storefront. You can just walk in kind of hours. I am open by appointment only. So you have to contact me, figure it out, schedule a time. It's one-on-one. So I have done a couple tattoos, and I have some scheduled for next week. But it's definitely not in full swing yet. So trying, but it's not up to just me. This is the shot right here. Where's that way? Oh, there it is. That shot is just so gorgeous, and I had no idea that it was gonna. Let me make that bigger. That's just, oh man, that's so cool. Put the 4 Hawks extenders in my original Mavic Air and got over 10,000 feet. That's impressive. That is, I've gotten, I think, up to 5,000 something, and then my screen started breaking apart a little bit. And once my screen starts breaking apart, Joe, I don't even bother flying any further because you can't get any kind of shots. You can't really tell what you're, I mean, you can feel what you're doing with the joysticks. You can't see it. and that's hard for me. So I just once my screen is breaking up, I just come closer. And Chris, thank you very much, man. Yeah, that was a really nice write-up that they did in the local paper stuff for the shop. I thought that was really nice. They did a good job. Oh, Steve, always throwing in, smash that like button. I love that. Jake is still here. That's awesome to see. Listening while he's driving. All right, that means you're texting when you're driving, Jake. Don't do that, man. I'm going to see a video of you in a car wreck or something, and I'm going to feel like an ass. don't. Okay, that's no good. Agent K likes the idea of the question and answer segments at the end. I appreciate that. It's been something I've been tossing around for a long while, how to figure out how to do it. And the first chance I had to do it was that one where I showed how much money you actually make on YouTube for a 10,000 view video. If you guys didn't see that one, it's pretty cool. If you're making YouTube videos, I go in and I open up my analytics and I show everything, like no secrets. It's all there. Oh, let's see what else we got. Jake says, looks so good. Jake, man, I'm telling you, like, it's pretty cool. Like, I think a lot of people use the wrong clips from the Skydio because it is, when you go from one spot to another, it's very erratic. It's crazy. And people leave those shots in their videos. And honestly, like this, like, I'm not going to leave that shot in an edited video, me setting it up, figuring it out. But some people do, and you shouldn't, unless the video is showing how you set up to make a video. Don't use your entire drone shots, guys. If you're out there filming and editing your videos, I know some of you know this already, but I know some of you don't because I see some of your videos. Clip out the nonsense parts, man. Use the good stuff. Use the nice, smooth things and take the erratic setting up your shot clips out of your videos. Those are the ones that we lose interest in. And the only reason that I'm playing this is because I'm talking live. I would never just pop this in and say, here's my drone video. Oh, let's see. Drone Effects. I've been connected with you a long time. First time I caught you live. Oh, that's awesome, man. Well, I appreciate you stopping in. I'm going to try to do this live thing a little bit more often. It depends. And I'm going to change it. It's not always going to be about drones. I've got another YouTuber that I want to have on as a guest, and he has a snowboarding channel. But I want to have a sort of a sit down with him where he explains how he went full-time on YouTube with only 10,000 subscribers. He had 2,000 less subscribers than me, and he went full-time. Like, I'm not even close to going full-time, man. I think I made $300, $320 or something like that on YouTube in the last 28 days. I don't know about you, but I sure as hell can't live off of $320. You know, I mean, that pays my car payment, which is nice. But I've also spent more than $300 making videos between buying cameras, the amount of time. You know, I probably put in 20 to 30 hours a week making YouTube videos. Not always, but some weeks. And then that's on top of work. So that's when the girlfriend gets a little bit like, hey, you want to maybe slow down for a little bit on the YouTube? How's the altitude with the Skydio, Chris asked. And I'm assuming what you mean is like flying at altitude at 9,000 feet. So far, I've had no problems up here. I haven't had a problem flying at these high altitudes with any of my drones since I owned the Blade Chroma and the Blade 350QX. Both of those had problems flying at high altitude. I actually crashed one because the air was so thin and it just couldn't stay up. Brad says, great clip, loves the scenery. I appreciate that. Joe says, always a thumbs up. I definitely appreciate that. Jake Sloan agrees with me. You definitely have to edit out those shots, get the best shots you capture, and get rid of the rest. Exactly. You know, what I really should do, Jake, is go through all my shots and edit to make stuff for, oh man, what is it? Everyone keeps telling me to do it, where you sell your shots, stock footage shots. That's what I'm thinking of. But again, I do this for fun, so I feel like that's going to make droning work for me. And I'm afraid once it's work, I won't want to do it. You know what I'm saying? So that's probably a big part why I don't do that. Oh, Craig, Mitchell, great question. Favorite thing and least favorite thing about the Skydio 2. My favorite thing is actually using the controller to fly it like you would a normal drone, because you can fly it in ways that you just cannot fly a normal drone. You can get shots that are just freaking incredible through trees and structures and things like that. And my least favorite is flying it like a normal drone. And let me explain why. Because it's a Wi-Fi drone and the connection sucks. This shot's really cool, guys, right here, because you get the layers, and I'm going lower than what I'm actually at with the Skydio. Jake, you're going to love this shot. Check this out right here. Isn't that dope? Like, that is so cool. Like, the drone's lower than, and then it goes back up, and then it misses that sign by inches. And then you get all these layers right here whenever the background gets a little higher than me, and then you got the layer of the mountain behind it. Look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4 layers, basically, if you count the sidewalk, what's in front. It's just a cool shot. And then going around this curve. So, yeah, so what I was saying is my least favorite thing is that it's a Wi-Fi connection, and the Wi-Fi connection to fly with the controller sucks. It's just, I mean, it's an awesome way to fly it. It just doesn't go far. So when I say it sucks, it gets break up in the trees. Your screen will get all jiggy-jaggy, and that sort of sucks. Hopefully that answers your question. Hey, Steve, right there. Check it out in the chat, everyone. Steve Carpenter just posted a link to my t-shirt store where you can see the colored version of that little drone guy. Let me see this little drone guy right there. Right there. There's a colored version and black and white version of him in that link. And anyone who wants to help support the channel, please send me a picture of you in the shirt or whatever you buy, the coffee mug or whatever you get with that on it. And if you want to see some other artwork in there, I'm thinking of redoing the store so it's not just a drone logo shirt skull, because some people don't like skulls, and that's fine. So I'm thinking of actually putting just some of my own custom artwork into the store. Like, I've got all kinds of stuff, because that's what I do for a living, for those that don't know. And I've been thinking of sort of just I should have done it during the whole Rona thing, but I've been making so many videos instead. But that is my thought process on the store. I'm going to give it a revamp and still have that logo, but it's going to have a lot of other art in it too. Drones full-time retired. That's pretty sweet. And Steve says, no, you're not. You're a full-time droner bum. Chris says, thank you, Sean. Are there specific rules for flying at night as a hobbyist? It's been a while since I've read up on that one, but it's different. Like, so when all these rules first came out, you could actually fly at night if you were a hobbyist. And if you were a Part 107, you couldn't unless you got all this paperwork and all this other crap done. So as a hobbyist, when this drone stuff first caught the eye of the government, the hobbyist actually could still do all kinds of stuff. Now, I think some of that has changed a little bit. I'm sure someone in the chat will let us know. Pretty sure you can still fly at night. I fly at night. Here's the big catch, Zach. Fly smart, okay? Whether you're breaking a rule or not, never break two at the same time. That's somebody told me a long time ago. So if you're flying at night, don't fly in a place that you shouldn't be flying in the first place. If you're flying in a place you shouldn't fly in the first place, do it during the day. You know, not to tell you guys how to fly and break rules, but never break two rules at once. Jake says, I love how the Skydio goes through the trees, and I feel like it does better, smoother footage when you're moving faster, running, skiing, snowboarding, riding boards like this. And that is true to some degree, Jake. I don't know if you snowboard, but I have brought it snowboarding with me. And I haven't made that snowboard video yet because I don't have enough snowboard content to put it all together. I'm making one tomorrow. I'm going snowboarding in the morning. There's still enough snow in a spot that we're going to go tomorrow, and we're going to get a couple laps. And I've charged the 2 batteries I have for the Skydio. We're going to get some new Skydio footage, and I'll probably make a standalone video of that. And then I'll take all that snowboarding footage and talk about my experiences using the beacon, the phone, and all that kind of stuff. But what happens? Yeah, there's my fall. You guys want to see that again? Okay, so the fall happens. As I walked over there, I accidentally hit reverse on the skateboard. I push it, then I push the controller to go forward, and the skateboard shoots out in reverse underneath me, and I bust my ass. Do I use aftermarket props? Where'd that go? I do not use aftermarket props. Where does your comment go? Here we go. Sorry, guys. When I'm answering a question, I'm trying really hard to pop that question up on the screen. Do I use aftermarket props? And I do not. The props that I have work just fine, so I don't see any reason to spend money on new props. I guess if they broke and I saw some cool aftermarket props, I'd get them, but yeah. Jake Sloan says, that's badass. That's right. There's why I freaking love the Skydio. Yeah, you're talking about that shot when I was sideways. So cool. Such a cool shot, dude. Let's see. Oh, look at that. Steve shared my tattoo shop Teespring in the chat. So if you guys want to see different artwork and support my tattoo studio, you can get my snowboarding Yeti design. I think I have a couple other designs in there. And of course, we have my logo. I'm working on a new logo with mountains, but I'm going to probably just combine all this stuff into one store, because I might do one with just the summoning directly stuff, like my tattoo studio stuff, and keep that store separate. But anything that's just artwork, I feel like I'm going to put it all in the World of Oz store and promote it that way. Joe says he uses aftermarket props. Let's see, and then I land. All right, do you guys want me to throw on some other cool like background video just to play in the background while we're talking? Because I mean, I got tons of videos. Let's see, what's a cool video? Do you want to see? Well, we're talking Skydio, so you know what? I got some cool hyperlapse videos that I could share that I did with the Zoom. They're short. I mean, here, let's see if this works. Put it back to here. And let me start it over. This is when I first got my Zoom, and I was trying out the hyper. You know, I haven't tried the hyperlapse in a long time. I'm going to have to do some more hyperlapsing. But yeah, we're talking about flying at night. There's flying at night for you. I'm a hobbyist. So, I don't know. Let's see what else we got in here we can throw in. All right, let's see. What would be cool? So that's a cool one, but it's blurry. Oh, that's pretty neat. Yeah, this is another hyperlapse, but oh, why didn't it show? Oh, come on, work. Bear with me, bear with me. I'm trying to find it again. Huh. What the hell? All right. Try this. Oh, what is going on? All right, I got to open a new window because it's not working. Sometimes, so what I have to do to make these work is you drag them. Oh, why is it downloading, man? Every single time it's downloading instead of showing. This is stupid. Which one just worked? This one worked a second ago. That's weird. Some of them work and some of them don't. Just bear with me. I'm trying to find one that works. Man, it's so stupid that the one I want to show you doesn't work. This is gorgeous. Let me show you this. Give me a second, guys, here. I know I'm just talking to myself, but I'm talking to all you guys, actually. So, all right. Let's rewind it. This is just another hyperlapse of my area. So, okay, this is great. Let me show you guys. You see the lake there to the right? If you're familiar with Spin Up, Kelly announced the other day that we're doing Spin Up virtually, right? We're going to do a virtual Spin Up, and then a few weeks later, we're going to do a Spin Up meetup called Spin Down, and it's going to be up here by me. I've already located a gazebo by the lake right there that we're going to rent out. And we're going to be able to barbecue and hang out, and that is where you're going to get to fly, right there. What do you think of that? Would you like to fly around like that? I think it makes for great drone shots. It really does. Jake, hopefully you're going to make it up for that. That'd be pretty badass. I think it's going to be the first weekend of October. Let me find another video that's a little longer so it can just play in the background. Okay, let's see. Skydio footage. Do I have any long Skydio clips? You know what? Let's see what we got here. I've got some snowboarding clips somewhere. Oh, this is cool. Yeah, Jake, you'll like this. Okay. So we'll just let this play in the background while we talk, and I'll make it bigger in a minute. Okay, back to the chat. Okay, let me see what I missed. We got 19 people in here still. That's pretty cool. We're going to probably, within half hour, we'll stop, if not sooner. And these are totally unedited clips. Yep. Oh, and Steve, I forgot to even mention that. Don't forget to check out Sean's other channel, World of Nature. And there's a link. And if you guys aren't subbed to that, please go sub to that channel. Follow the link in the chat that Steve posted. Click subscribe to it. You don't have to click the bell icon if you don't want to. All that does is it gives you a notification whenever I post a new video on that channel. I'm only posting maybe one a week. And it's going to, right now, it's been mostly snowy streams because it's been snowing. But now everything's melting. I'm going to be going out on some hikes and finding some nice lakes and streams and things like that that are sort of desolate and some not so desolate where it's just calming nature sounds. Like you just pop it. You know what? I could actually show you. Well, we'll wait for this to be done playing. It's worth clicking on, and I don't see how anyone couldn't like it. But yeah, go for it. You know, check it out. If you like it, awesome. If you don't, you don't. H&K says World of Nature channel. Thank you so much. This is the Skydio that you're watching right now. And Jake, you're going to see how snowboarding, sometimes it can not be so good. On a big open straightaway, I think it's great. But when you start zigzagging, like you're like going back and forth, it loses you. So you're going to see that in a second, Jake. Yeah, Steve's an incredible mod. Like, he remembers all the stuff that I forget to share, and I think that's amazing. So thank you very much, Steve. I appreciate it. Let's see. You know, Joe, I've actually flown in snow a lot. I haven't flown in rain, but I've flown in snow, and believe it or not, the snow up here, when I'm flying, the wind from the props, I'll come down and the drone will be completely dry. Like no snow hit it at all. Steve, you're modding 2 shows right now. What's the other show going on right now? Oh, there's another show going on. I was going to try and wrap this up before their show started. It's not Coast to Coast. It's Ron's show, isn't it? It's so hard because there's so many shows at once that it's pretty hard to to actually not step on anybody else's toes and do a show. I just found out Lloyd, the grumpy vlogger, he has a show at the same time as I did tonight. Oh, so Steve's on that show right now. That's funny. I just found out tonight. I guess that's the time he always does. I might have to go back to the late show, guys, because that's the only way I can do a show without stepping on anybody's toes. Like an 8 p.m. show, maybe. 9 p.m. here, 8 p.m. If I could pull off 8 p.m. or even 8:30, because then I could close the shop, do an 8:30 show, which would be 7:30 in California and 9:30 Central and 10:30 Florida. That's not too late, is it? What do you guys think? Let me know. Okay. Mods of the stars. Yeah, Steve's the man. Steve Carpenter is definitely the man. If you don't know, Jake, Steve is actually the reason I have my Skydio. He let me take his order place, and we flip-flopped. And then he decided he didn't want one anymore, but I wouldn't have got one in time to do any of this snowboarding or any of this other stuff at all. Like mine, they still haven't even emailed me to say that mine is coming anytime soon. So, you know, I wouldn't have a Skydio right now if it wasn't for Steve. So Steve is definitely the man, 100%. Yeah, it's crazy. I thought most states were telling people, Joe, that get out of the house, do a little exercise, some hikes, some walks on. Just don't get in crowds. But I'm hearing that some states are like really saying, hey, stay home, don't do that. Lloyd's show is now off, so full time. Steve's or Jake, this is the clip right here. Look, so it's like a natural half pipe, and see how I turn, and it overturned and just shot off and went off on its own. I don't know where it was going. I was using the phone. At this point, I'll pull out my phone and use the phone as a controller to fly it back and try to get it to film me again. Like, it's completely nowhere near me. I have no idea what the hell it was thinking. I probably should send Skydio this footage I mean, this is definitely something that it shouldn't have done. I get that it lost me, but like the way that it just shot off, let me actually rewind it here. The way it just shot off is sort of weird. Like we go right back to before we go. So we're dropping here. You can see we're seeing there's this natural bowl. It looks like a natural half pipe. And so we go up into here and then just drop. And this Skydio turns for that, no problem. And right here it turns, but it's a little late. And here it goes, and it turns before I even move all the way. And just, I don't know. It just sort of messed up. Yeah, it definitely didn't know where it was going, right? It's like, what? Where'd it go? I don't know. Agent K wants to be Steve when he grows up. That's hilarious. Everybody's, everybody thumbs up for Steve. Smash the like button for Steve. Oh, man. In Washington State, they have you in lockdown. Like they're not letting you guys get out? Like you couldn't go like in your backyard or walk down your streets like and just get some exercise? Is it that lockdown? That's crazy, Joe. Yes, Jenna, at least it stopped because whenever it went past me, it looked like it was just going to keep on going for a second, didn't it? I was very happy it stopped there. Oh. Is Drone Effects rubbing it in that he has the Air 2? Steve, did you order an Air 2? Who in the chat actually ordered an Air 2? Let me know. Appreciate it, Joe. So you see the props are getting in because it's just having problems whenever I go back and forth like that. And that's so much fun to go back and forth like that. I wasn't going to just go straight just to get a shot. You know, if the thing can do it, it can do it. If it can't, it can't. It lost me here, so I'm trying to get it to recenter on me and film me. But notice what happens next. It decides that Jonathan is me. I'm not the red jacket guy. I'm in the black. Keep in mind, right now, I have it connected to the beacon and my phone, which are both in my pockets. Yet it's following him until he cut like that, and then it just got lost again. It had a lot of problems following me on the snowboard compared to the skateboard. Like I did not have these kind of problems at all in the earlier video of the skateboarding. And it's just bizarre. I hope it doesn't have these problems tomorrow because tomorrow I'm probably going to fly with just the beacon and not the phone. And I'm going to do the double tap in the middle of snowboarding. I'll stop. Like I'll go somewhere and stop and then double tap the beacon and then do a droney on the cliff somewhere, which I think would be pretty cool. But that's a video I'm going to be working on tomorrow. And then I'll do a video. I don't know when I'll edit it, but I'm going to film it tomorrow because I'm going to be doing so much filming with the Air 2. I'll probably, like I said, film about 5 videos out of the 30 ideas. And then after that, I'll go back to some other stuff. I've got some people wanting to see some Insta361R videos versus the GoPro Max, as well as versus the Insta361X. So I've got those videos in the works. And then I've got some vlog videos of last year at this time. We all went to Universal Studios, Vegas, Six Flags, the family, and I've been editing some of those. I just didn't know if I should edit them as if they were just edited together for that experience, or if I should do a little disclaimer saying, hey, these are from last year. We didn't actually sneak out and do all this stuff during the Rona. I sort of just want to edit them as is and let people just enjoy them because there's some incredible drone shots in there from Utah that I've got mixed into these videos. Like just incredible stuff. Let me actually see if I can find something real quick. It's a pretty gorgeous video. All right. Let me just get through the ad and we'll share this screen in just a second. Okay. Excuse me. All right, let's switch the screen when this is done. Because I know Jake likes watching the snow stuff. I have no idea how much snow is actually up in this area, if we can even snowboard down this, but this is where we're going tomorrow. That's funny. Steve, you're going to get it in a couple days. It'll be all right. All right, so this is cool. Again, you can get the front shots. That's something you just can't really usually get. But I am going to try this same shot. It might be on a skateboard. I don't know. We'll see with the Mavic Air 2, because that is what I'm really curious about, is how well can it fly backwards and keep you in with A-Pass on. I think that's the big test. So I'm going to show this one other video, and then we're going to probably wrap this up shortly. All right, check this out. Ooh, that's loud. Let me turn that down. Hold on a second. Where is it? Boom, there we go. All right. And we're going to make it bigger. Oops. All right, there we go. This is in Utah. And I think I'm flying the Mavic Zoom here. Audio's too low. Okay, I'll turn it back up. Steve, you're asking about the snow coverage. And just to let you know about the snow coverage, I will be bringing my rock board. We'll put it that way. So I might be snowboarding on some dirt. Oh, nice to see you join in the Vortex Labs. You caught the very ass end of the show. We're just showing some nice shots from Utah. Oh, Jake was thinking of me when he's filming his latest video. Is it up yet? Let me know when it's up. I'll go check it out, Jake. Joe, I 100% agree with you. The original Mavic Air not only looks cooler, but it's smaller and actually can fit in your pocket. I don't know if you saw the last video I did when I'm sitting around flying it, but yep, just walked out with my drone in my pocket, the controller in the other pocket. You damn well can't fit the new controller in your pocket. That's 100% a fact. Jake, when I finish this, I'll check out your video. Genesee, I do think I had my sensors on when I flew past the rock. I just don't think I was close enough to it for it to stop. Yeah, this terrain in Utah was sick. Like, I almost made the whole thing in black and white, since it looked like maybe the surface of the moon or something, but man, it just looked so cool with the color, I had to leave it. Steve, exactly. Only my old Krabby board right now. Yeah, Jake, this is probably, I don't know, maybe 6 hours from my house. When we drove to Utah, I came across all this kinds of stuff. And this is right off the freeway. I just pulled over off the freeway and flew. And there was tons of spots. Like, you can see my car right in the middle there. See the little rent-a-car right down there? I mean, that's just such a crazy feature. Joe, that's off I-70, just in the middle of I-70.
You didn't really think that was the movie.
Oh, I don't know, talking about this stuff. Blah, 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 blah. Shut up, Sean. Shut up, Sean. All right, there we go. Boom. All right. Well, I just want to, I guess, I know we still got 17 people in here. I can either show some more footage or we can wrap this up. What do you guys want to do? 2 a.m.? Jake, you missed everything. You can't drive through Utah on I-70 at 2 a.m. The footage, I mean, the terrain. I live in an incredible mountain town, right? And when I drove through Utah, my jaw was just dropped. There was so much variance in different types of terrain that it was insane. Like, you'd go like 10 miles, boom, and it was like you were in a completely different place. Jenna, you're going to come up to the Spin Down event in October? That's awesome. Yeah, we're working on it. Kelly and I are going to actually pay, I think it's like $800 or no, $500, something like that, to rent a gazebo so no one else can use it. It's like our area. And then there's a hotel as soon as I can get in to talk to them. That's right across from that we're going to try to get a block of rooms so people can have discounted rates. And you can walk right across from there to the little gazebo, right to the lake. And if you're there on a Saturday, I think that they won't be having concerts. It'll be past that time, so we won't have to worry about that. But I was going to say if it was there, that you could stop and go to the concert. That would be pretty dope. But, it's going to be cool. There's still some things we're working out, but yeah, it should be cool. All right, guys. I think we're going to wrap it up. I think we're going to call this a night. We were on for just over an hour. And for those of you that are watching this in the replay, I know we went off on the comments and we got a little sidetracked in the Skydio 2 footage. However, make sure if you did get to this part of the video, make sure to watch the skateboard video, even if you're not into skateboards. And the reason I stress that again, well, two reasons, but the main one is if you watch that full clip of the flying the Skydio and it just following me with the beacon and how I'm pointing it around, and then you watch the skateboard video, you can see how I used it as B-roll and took it just in bits and pieces and put it together to make the skateboard video better. It's a skateboard review. It's one of those electric skateboard reviews. So you might not be into that content, and that's fine. But if you're making YouTube videos for yourself, I'm going to strongly recommend, since you watch this, when that comes out in 2 days, watch that, because you'll see how I use the GoPro Max 360 footage mixed with the Skydio footage and how I placed it all together to make a fun, entertaining review video. So hopefully you can take something from that for your own channel, depending on what kind of videos you make. It's all drone videos, or if it's gadget videos, or if it's just family videos. And you can figure out a way to put all that together and make a video for yourself. Because that's where you get more entertainment, is by having all these different clips and learning which part to use to make it better. Because when we first start making these videos, we want to put every single minute that we film into them. It's very natural to want to do that. I used to want to do it all the time. Like if you go back to my early videos, I would chop them up completely different now and get rid of all the ums and the pauses. You know, a lot of the times you'll see in my videos jump cuts where it's like, okay, I'm here. And then all of a sudden I'm like just here and talking again and then here. It's because there was a pause, or maybe I forgot what I wanted to say, or I said it in a dumb way, so I had to re-say it again. But then when I said it the first time, half of it was better than the second half, and I chop them together, just things like that. Okay. But yeah, so make sure to stay tuned. 2 days. It's going to be this video here. When you see this thumbnail pop up on my channel, that's the video that has the Skydio drone footage in it. And again, I hope that you will watch it and you will see that Skydio footage and see how I use that to hopefully make a better video than what I would have had if I didn't use it. So I appreciate everybody stopping by. Jake, Art, it's cool to see you. Hello, Art. It's nice to see you. I just noticed you were in the chat. Jake, you're 6'4". That's incredible. I didn't know that you were 6'4" either. I'm like 5'8", man. I'm like a midget. Steve is saying hi to Art, and I think we're pretty much good with model GoPro inside Jeep and good for follow. Hold on, we got a new question here before I go. Ed says, what model GoPro inside a Jeep and good follow drone for follow? So Ed, the best follow drone right now is probably the Skydio 2. The Mavic Air 2 is out, and I'm going to be showing some videos with that, comparing them very soon. So if you don't follow the channel, make sure you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss those. The big difference with the Skydio is it follows in the front. So if you skip back to this video, you'll see sections of me on the skateboard or on the snowboard with the drone is actually in front of me filming my face. And a lot of the other drones have issues with that. Now, I'm going to test the Air 2, but for now, if you're looking for a follow drone, I think you can't really beat the Skydio 2. As far as the model GoPro inside the Jeep, I would definitely, I mean, if you're not on a super tight budget, I would get the 8 or the Max. For me, I film in 1080, so the Max does 1080, but it also has a 360, so you can do regular GoPro stuff and you can do 360 stuff all in one camera. To me, that's amazing. Like the skateboard video that you'll watch in 2 days, all filmed pretty much with the GoPro Max, and you'll see the color profile on it is insane. And when you watch the behind the scenes making of it, that was filmed with the DJI Osmo Action. And when you'll see these clips together, all of a sudden you get these amazing skies and awesome colors. And I didn't tweak any of the colors. That's the way it comes out of the camera. So actually, I could show you real quick something that's sort of cool. Give me a second. I'll find it. Boom, 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 boom. Before I go, I'm just looking through files on my computer, and I'm going to find this. Where is it? Just 1 second. Almost got it. Almost got it. Here we go. Let's see. That's filmed with the GoPro Max. And ooh, it's loud. Okay. And that's filmed in the GoPro Max, but that's filmed in what they call hero mode. So it's using the GoPro Max like a regular camera, which puts out in 1080 at the highest. And then it has what's called max view, which is even wider than their super view, which is what comes in a normal GoPro. So that's something I really, really like about the GoPro. And then you can jump over to 360 shots like this. Let me pull it up here. And let me turn off the audio. So then this is using the same Max camera. I click a button and it turns it into a 360 camera with the touch of a button, which means it's filming everything around you. And then after you're done, you then edit it. If you go into my videos, a few videos back, Ed, I actually show you exactly how to edit this kind of footage on an iPad. I just love this camera. I'm okay with it not doing proper 4K output because I do most things in 1080. But if you really want that 4K output, then you need to go with the GoPro 7 or the GoPro 8. I wouldn't drop any further than that because the stabilization in the 7 and the 8 are where GoPros really step up their game. I think the GoPro 7 is a step above the Osmo Action. I think the Osmo Action is a great camera for doing like vlogging and stuff, but for action stuff, it's just lacking a little bit. It's grown on me considerably since I first bought it, but it's not my first choice. Hopefully that answers your question, Ed. Steve, before we go, check out the World of Oz merch store in the chat. Please click it and check it out. If you buy something and you wear it, please take a picture of yourself and send it to me so that I can eventually get you on another video. And if you send me a picture, let me know your username and all that kind of stuff because I confuse everybody's stuff up. Agent K says hero mode didn't put a cape on you. Get your money back. That's great. Don't forget to check out the World of Oz Nature channel. Link in the chat, and I will try to remember to come back and put a link down in the comments below. Let's see. Review sounds interesting. Can't wait for the combination of the GoPro footage alongside the GoPro. Thank you. I appreciate it. I think that people who are here in this chat will benefit from watching that, even if they're not into the skateboards, just to see how it's all put together, because I think it's one of my better edited videos. So hopefully you guys will enjoy it. And with that being said, let me close this out. Those who were here live, thank you so much for hanging out. Those who are watching this on the replay, if you made it to this part of the video, let me know in the comments below, because most people don't ever watch a live video this far. But if you did, you're special. You're special. So let everybody know. And everybody else, have an incredible night tonight. And I guess I'll see you in the next one, man. I never know how to end these live shows. But I'll just say goodnight, and maybe we'll just end it with, whoa, what the hell? I got an idea. One more thing real quick. I know how we're going to end this. I'm doing some searching. Bear with me. And we'll end it with the way we started it, which is like this. Oh, shit, I screwed up. Like this. Just gonna share this. Where is it? Good night, everyone.